Hello people, I'm Ginny Metheral and I am a 4th generation witch who practices the old ways or traditional witchcraft as taught to me by my family. Today's video, it comes about because I was walking around my garden admiring all the dead plants in it, apart from the beautiful, magnificent lavender, which is currently in bloom. Now I know lavender is a real everyday plant, but there's a reason for that. It's because it's a very magical plant, and that is why we have cultivated lavender since almost as long as we've been cultivating grain. So for today's video, I thought I'd show you 3 separate ways in which you can incorporate lavender into your everyday witchcraft. So this is my Lavender Herbology video. Lavender has been cultivated almost as long as we have been cultivating and farmers. The reason is because it's so magical. There are so many uses for it. The word lavender comes from the Latin lavare, which means to wash, because the Romans spent all their time, apparently, putting it in their bath. They would scent their linens with it. They'd have great bunches of it at the bathhouse with which they could scent the water as you bathed. So lavender has a very august history and there's quite a lot of folklore, and I thought I'd just tell you a couple of my favourites. One of which is the Christian folklore about lavender. When Adam and Eve left the Garden of Eden, they were so enamoured with the scent of lavender that they carried it out of the garden with them to ensure that they had it with them for all time, and hence why we have lavender in our lands. The early Christians, in fact, used to make crosses out of lavender and carry them about their person because this would repel evil and remind them of Christ. The Virgin Mary, the mother of the Christ child, also used to wash the baby Jesus' clothes, and she'd lay them over a lavender bush to dry, and so the baby Jesus was thought to have a scent of lavender. So should you smell lavender around, it means that the Christ child is near. Isn't that lovely? I love that one. It's one of my favourites. The ancient Egyptians adored lavender, and they used to stuff it into their tombs of the pharaohs when they died. And when that great Egyptologist Howard Carter, he of Tutankhamun fame in the Valley of the Kings, when he opened a pharaoh's tomb, the bunches of lavender that were entombed with that pharaoh were still fragrant and fresh. It is said that Cleopatra used to use lavender when she wanted to seduce Mark Antony or Caesar or any man that she chose, really. And her asp, the one that she used to kill herself by holding it to her breast, used to live amongst the lavender bushes in her garden. Such charming stories for an utterly charming plant. Every herbologist would have lavender in their collection. It's a wonderful nerve tonic, it's great for calming the spirit, it's wonderful on skin salve, and there is just a general deliciousness about its smell. Not only does it repel insects, and in fact I have these pots of lavender by my front door because they attract the bees, and I love bees. Bees are cute. I love bees. I've also got hornets. I love hornets too. They're so sweet. They're big and bumbling. It's very cute. So the first thing I want to show you is a skin salve or muscle rub. I'm going to use some avocado oil because avocado oil is brilliant for the skin. It's got lots of vitamin D, vitamin E and vitamin C in it. It's non-greasy as an oil goes, relatively, and with the added inclusion of some lavender oil, it makes a fabulous muscle rub. You will also need some lavender essential oil. Simply pour a small amount of avocado oil into a bowl and then add 5 to 6 drops of your essential oil. I'm also going to add a few flowers from a lavender head, just for a little extra zoomph to the spell. Finally, give it a stir and decant it into a small bottle. Now your oil is ready for use, and it will last in this way for 6 months. Now I have a sore back, and it really helps just because the lavender gets into the muscles and helps ease and soothe any tightness around there. It's very good for eczema or psoriasis or any scaly skin condition, or if you've been bitten by mosquitoes, rub a little bit of this on and it will soothe and calm. The second thing I wish to show you is just a simple lavender and chamomile tea. Lavender is known as a nerve tonic and, properly known as a nerve tonic, and therefore it has a greatly soothing and calming effect. If you're very stressed and very anxious, this can carry on into your sleep and you can dream quite vividly, which doesn't really help your body rest as much as it would like to. So if you drink this tea when you're stressed and uptight before you go to bed, it will bring you the sweetest dreams throughout the night. And this is incredibly helpful at healing your heart and soul. And finally, the last thing I want to look at is a lavender charm. This is particularly good for the men in our lives. Now, men have many incredible characteristics, all of which I love and am devoted to, but one which can be slightly destructive for them is their inability or lack of desire to emote their feelings, and therefore they can internalise these feelings, and this has a destructive quality. Now, you can get your man to talk to you as much as you like, but sometimes they just don't. If I try to talk to my husband, he sometimes just leaves the room. He literally just walks out mid-conversation. 1 minute he's there, next minute he's gone. So this is a really useful charm to help them release those internal issues and either talk about them with you or just dissipate them back. We are going to start by casting a circle using some crystals, and I have chosen those of a blue or purple hue to match my lavender. Next, collect a small bunch of lavender flowers, and these we're going to tie together using a red ribbon. Red is the traditional protection colour and anti-evil, negativity, bad jujus used by traditional witches. Place the bunch within a circle of crystals and using your wand, cast a circle of power. Finally, place your hands over the circle and charge the charm. Place the charm under their mattress for extra special help. I'd be really interested to know which of the 3 charms that I have given you are going to use. I love hearing your stories, and should you want to contact me, they're all in my description below. Do please contact me. I love hearing your stories. I find them fascinating. In the meantime, do give me a like and a subscribe, and I will see you next week.